Talk family and viewers, and welcome to another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host Desh, and today I'm very pleased to introduce our next guest, Ridwaan Jeewa, and he is the dealer principal at Menlyn Multifranchise. Now, Ridwaan is not just an interview. He's actually one of my fans. No, I'm joking. He's actually a follower. He's been supporting me for the longest time, and it's so amazing that he's a champion for women moving up the ranks. And that's why I had to have him in studio finally. So Ridwaan believes that one should lead with excellence and set a good example to your followers. Customer service and hard work is key in sales, as Ridwaan and his team always goes the extra mile to ensure customer satisfaction. Very, very excited to have Ridwaan, as I said, on the show, so let's give him a warm welcome. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions. Hello, Ridwaan.
Hi, Desh.
Gosh, thank you so much for coming, taking out time from your busy schedule and joining me to help me to empower.
Well, you're privileged, and thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, Ridwaan, as I said earlier on, you've always championing for the ladies in your dealership, and you like singing their praises, and we were chatting offline, and you were telling me about Sajida, your cousin, right?
Yes, that's right.
That's in trucking, and you're like, she's a woman empowerment, fanatic activist, someone that you should interview. So you're so really sincerely and deeply into, and you follow me on Facebook. As I said, you're one of my fans. No, I'm just joking. Like I said, my followers. So I'm so happy. But I think before we even get into the conversation of, empowering, educating, uplifting, let's start off with who Ridwaan is, and what you do in the industry, and where did this journey begin?
Well, humble beginnings. I come from Actonville. Was fortunate enough to start my motor industry at Tiger Wheel and Tire. I got to meet a sales manager from General Motors. At the time, it was called actually Key Delta, based in Isando. And he gave me an opportunity to start in sales at General Motors Isando. And through God's will, I excelled. I did very well in sales. I ended up in my second year being top 10 salespeople for General Motors. Wow. And then within my third year, Key Delta decided to sell to Imperial. And there I got the opportunity to work for Imperial, which is now known as Motors.
Yeah.
And I was given the opportunity to become a sales manager thereafter at General Motors Isando. And with the great people, the really great people that I worked with, they made me shine. I excelled as a manager. We became top 5 dealers in the country in sales. And I then looked for bigger opportunities. I wanted to grow, and fortunately working for Motors, those opportunities arose. So Motors gave me an opportunity to work for Cargo Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Mitsubishi. I had to start as a sales manager, and within a year, if I had did well and excelled, I was given the opportunity to become dealer principal, which I did, and I became dealer principal. I became dealer principal at the age of 31.
Wow.
At Cargo, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge in Bedford View, and the rest is history. I've been really blessed, and God has been really good to me, and I believe I've just met the right people and worked with really good people.
Right. One of those people, and I must mention, one of those people is Nizam Umar, who is also one of my greatest supporters, and what a wonderful man. I actually know him for a very long time, way before I started my initiatives.
I can't agree more. He's a fantastic leader, and I say leader, definitely a leader.
Yeah. So humble, full of humility.
Humble.
Yes.
Humble.
So tell me, your brands. At the moment, you are representing Hyundai and Kia.
Yes. Yes.
What do you love about your brand and your dealership? Let's talk about your dealership.
So I love working for Hyundai and Kia. I can't I can't express it in words. Really, the brand is such great value for money.
Yeah.
And the cars are fantastic. And I think every brand has its own kind of customers, and I find that our customers are great people as well. And working with a brand that has such great value for money makes life easier selling, because you believe in the product.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
you believe in a product, and you know that by selling this vehicle, you're helping somebody else's life improve.
Right.
You know, and I think in such tough times where value exceeds the price, we really making a difference in people's lives, because our vehicles are priced well, you know, to suit the market.
Right. So I think you just revamped your dealership.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So Motors has made a huge investment in Hyundai and Kia Menlyn,
Right.
which is, and we also have Renault and Nissan with us as well, which is a Motors dealership complete, and it's I would say a benchmark dealership, really brand new to the market. It's got a bistro. It's got
wow.
You know, it's really different to any of the other dealerships. Really a lifestyle dealership.
Are you inviting me for lunch at this bistro?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay. And I encourage all customers to come and visit us at our dealership. It's 2 to 4 Garsman Road. It's a true lifestyle experience. It's like, you know, like going to a shopping mall. Can you imagine a dealership with 4 franchises?
So there's 4 different franchises. You said it's Hyundai, Kia, Renault,
and Nissan.
And Nissan. Wow. And I mean, like, that's all different. I mean, it's a Korean and then a Japanese brand. And so when you talk about walking through them and the cultural difference.
Yeah. And you can get to experience it all in one shop.
Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. So yeah, like I said, Korean, and then we have Japanese, and then we're going to experience some French.
Yeah.
With the Renault, right? I like that.
Yeah.
So you're literally visiting all of this, these different countries just in Menlyn, just at your dealership, okay?
100%. 100%.
I love it. Now I have to come there.
Please.
Have to.
Please.
So, obviously you are here to help me, as I said earlier on, empower, because you are really a champion for change, a catalyst for change, in terms of women moving up the ranks, taking their place in dealerships and just thriving in our industry. So what is your opinion about all our movements, especially I think 1 or 2 of your ladies have made it through to the finals for MWOT, which is the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards powered by Nedbank, or MFC by Nedbank. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think this is such a fantastic initiative, and I truly support it. I believe that women are making such a difference in our working world, and they are definitely equals, And I think with women making 85% of decisions in buying cars, and more than 50% buying cars.
Yes.
Buying cars.
Yes.
And I think more than that, you know, we're seeing more women joining our industry in all facets of the industry. So from technicians to sales,
yes,
to accountants, to creditors, debtors. They are a vital part in our industry and make a huge impact by bringing the value. And women have bring their own value because they think different. They think
absolutely.
differently. Where a market of our buyers are more than 50%, why will we not want to have more women in our business?
Absolutely. So, having said that, in light with what you said, I'm going to read a quote of a quotation. What's the quote? Of my laptop here. Rather than fitting a woman into a man's world, we need to create an industry where the masculine and feminine have an equal role to play. It's actually a quote by Sadhguru, one of my gurus, and it's like I said, it's very, very prominent, or very in line with what you just said now.
100%.
We can coexist. We definitely will fight, but we'll coexist. this. What would you say is your greatest strength? And this is not just your greatest strength in terms of what you do in your dealership. You've been said to be an extremely firm but compassionate and empathetic leader. Okay, so what is your strength in terms of just being able to work with both men and women?
Desh, I think what's my strength is definitely working with people. I love working with people, and I think it's more than that. It goes with, I can listen. I've learned to listen over the years. Listen, not to respond, but to listen. And then I think I have a very positive outlook and a resilience that it will work out in the end. It will work out in the end. I think that type of putting all that together makes you a stronger person.
Yeah,
makes you a stronger person. So if I had to say that's my strengths, that would be my strengths. But definitely, people being number one.
Yes.
I always believe we in this world together.
How do you measure success, Ridwaan?
That's a tricky question, yeah. Because success is not measured on one facet. I believe it's a balanced life. It's a balanced scorecard. And if I had to, put it into an analogy, I would say, you have to be good at work, but you have to also be good as a father. You have to be good as a husband, good as a brother, good as a friend. And amazingly, our better halves, the women in our lives, do that amazingly. They're mothers, they're your co-workers, they're your sister,
yes,
they're your wife,
yes,
and they put all this together, and they still are dynamic in an industry. So I think success is a balanced life. It's a balanced scorecard, and you have to tick all those boxes and then measure success. Success can't be just measured on your career and what you achieved in your career, because that's easy. But it's life. Life is success.
Absolutely. I think with a heart full of devotion, meticulousness will follow and will come. You've got to be devoted to what you do, and I think women specifically have that as a natural characteristic in their DNA, in their component.
100%. You know what? We're having the conversation. Carissa Arumagam, my financial manager, was supposed to be here, unfortunately sick, and I see her juggling her life but balancing it and doing so well and overachieving. But yet she's a mother. She's a wife, and she still has to be the financial manager of 4 franchises. 4 franchises, but that's amazing.
And that's the reason you are here, because she was nominated. She made it through to the finals, and I want to give you credit for that, because without a great, understanding, empathetic, and supportive leader like yourself, we cannot thrive. It works hand in hand. If my supporters, Nedbank, Sariti, the OEMs, my dealerships, my team here, there is no I in team. Without this support and the leadership in your life and the people that you surround yourself with, like you, for Carissa, we can't thrive.
I'll have to say it the other way around, Tesha. I have to say it is those people in our lives, it's the people in our businesses, the women in our businesses that carry us and make us look good. So it's not the leadership, and really, I can't thank the people in my business enough.
That's amazing. So what is, and I ask this question for our future dealer principals, lots of females that's going to be taking the place of dealer principals in the next, this is not wishful thinking, I'm professing it, it's going to come true. For these ladies, what is your management style, and how can you advise women that are moving up the ranks, to implement this management style, but successful management processes?
So, Dash, I've learned being in this group, in Motors Group, is that it's growth and care. If you have a management style of growth and care, you don't just have a worker in your business, but you have a leader.
Yeah.
And we want to grow leaders in our business.
Yes.
And I think the young ladies coming into our industry, we want to see them lead.
Absolutely.
And I think women make great leaders.
Oh, yes, we do. I hope we do. What's something that you are, this is about you now, what's something that you are really, really proud of?
Really, really proud of? Dash, I think the thing I'm most proud of was my children. And I think when you're seeing your children improve and grow as people, there's no prouder moment than that. I think that's my greatest achievement, is that I've got two beautiful children.
Any words of advice for our young women wanting to join our trade? Advice and encouragement. We want to encourage them to join us.
I think advice is learn, and work with people. Work with people. And I think there's nothing teaches you better in life than experience. Motivation. The motor industry is so innovative, creative, dynamic, and full of change.
Absolutely.
So there's nothing moving the world more than innovation and creativity. And if you want to be a part of that, then the motor industry is that part to be. And like I said, it has so many opportunities in so many different fields, whether you want to be a technician, whether you want to be in marketing, whether you want to be in sales, whether you want to be in finance. All those things are opportunity in the motor industry, whether you want to be in a product expert, and the motor industry involves all of that. And it's really exciting. Really exciting place to be.
Right. Is there anything you'd like to add to this conversation, Ridwaan?
Oh, Dash, I think we've covered it. And if you're happy, I'm happy.
I'm happy. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, taking time out of your work and your schedule. And I know dealer principals, the other name for them is PS, problem solvers. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dash. Thank you for the opportunity. It was a real pleasure being here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So in light with what Ridwaan said earlier on, I'd like to just read a quote for you. Education needs inspiration. He said, learn. So education needs inspiration, not just information. Only inspired humans can transform their own lives and lives around them. So it is so important that we stay informed, but also stay inspired. And with that, I'd like to say thank you for watching, commenting, and sharing our interviews and content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, which is powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk Studios, powered by Sariti Solutions, are aimed at recognizing and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. We are not just telling stories, we are trying to change lives. Together we aim to empower and uplift the women of our trade. And for those of you that are searching for your new ride, please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips and advice, all courtesy of Talk the Talk Studios. Ladies, in light of our conversation, I just want to say that people's persevering is staying true to the cause no matter what. This is true only if the reason for pursuing your goal is still valid. Most successful people achieved success doing something different from what they initially intended to do. Be confident and act based on your vision of success. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you can't do something. You got a dream, you have to protect it. You want something, go get it, period. Confidence is the most beautiful thing that you can possess. It comes not from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. And I think we talked about that a little bit earlier on off air, Ridwaan, and I talked about not to fear. You need to believe
in your cause.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Remember, ladies, with confidence you have won before you have even started. And that is why I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me.